Good morning, Northwest students and families. It's Wednesday, March 18th, and I am here at the school, getting prepared for families and people stopping by to pick up lunches and breakfast. Don't forget, 11:30 to noon each day we'll have lunch and breakfast pickup out in front of Northwest, Central, and Washington Monroe. So swing by, pick up lunch. But today, I've got another story for you from Mr. Allen. So today it's You're Somebody Special, Wally Wiggs by Joan Rankin. I've never read this one before, so this will be interesting for me as well. Let's see, can you see that? Wally Wiggs' mother was a somewhat foolish parrot. She made her nest in a very silly place, on top of a ship's funnel. See it right here? Here's Wally Wiggs' mom. Seems like a foolish place, doesn't it? Wally Wiggs said his mother one day, "I'm going for a little flyabout. Now you are not to move from this spot. Do you hear me?" "Yes, Ma," said Wally Wiggs. "Bye-bye, Wally Wiggs. Bye-bye, Ma." While Wally Wiggs' mother was enjoying her flight over the botanical gardens, the ship started to move. It sailed out of the harbor. Wally Wiggs could see the sea. It was very wide and very deep. Oh no. All day long, the ship sailed across the big blue sea. Wally Wiggs missed his lunch. By supper time, he was ravenous. "Ma! Ma! I'm hungry!" cried Wally Wiggs. "I want my supper!" He squawked and squawked. But he's very, very sad. If you look here in the smoke, it says, "Ma! I'm hungry!" The ship's cook looked out to see what all the fuss was about. "Such a big noise for such a tiny parrot. I couldn't even make pineapple parrot pie from it." The captain came out on the bridge. "Call Sid, the ship's boy, to get that thing out of my smokestack." Sid, the ship's boy, loved climbing up smokestacks, so that was okay. He also loved his parrot-eating python, Harold. "You're so small and such a big nuisance," but he did not love parrots. When the ship arrived at the next port, Sid put Wally Wiggs in a pineapple box and took him ashore to his Aunt Beth. "Oh, Sydney, what have you brought me this time?" "Pineapple parrot pie. That doesn't sound very nice." When Sid had gone, Aunt Beth wondered what to do with Wally Wiggs. The only birds Aunt Beth liked were her chickens, so she put Wally Wiggs with one of her hens, Martha, and hoped for the best. "What is this?" said Martha, inspecting the new arrival. When she saw what it was, she clucked, "A chick! A chick!" The hens gathered around to inspect Martha's first child. "He's very scrawny," said the ginger hen. "He's very ugly," said the speckled hens. But Martha didn't give a hoot. She thought Wally Wiggs was gorgeous. Look at how small Wally Wiggs is compared to Martha the hen. Martha spent all her time looking after him, and Wally Wiggs thought that Martha was the loveliest mom in the whole wide world. "Ma, tell me how much you love me. I love you so much." "That kid is not only scrawny and squawky, he also eats too much," said the ginger hen to the other hens. "Nonsense," said Martha. "My Wally Wiggs just has a wonderful appetite." Squawk, squawk, squawk. Chasing after the worm. Wally Wiggs certainly loved his food. He ate all his supper. And every day Wally Wiggs grew bigger and bigger until Martha's nest was too small. Martha taught Wally Wiggs to roost beside her on the perch. "Like this, Ma? Look at me, Ma! Doesn't he know when it's bedtime? What a badly behaved child." I'm sure all of you are being wonderfully behaved children for your parents today. The real problem was the more Wallywigs grew, the less he looked like a chicken. He's a misfit, said the ginger hen. He's not a misfit, protested Martha. He's very special. But it's not easy being different. Flat feet, silly feathers. Soon, Wallywigs began to feel lonely. Poor Wallywigs. Then one afternoon, Professor Beak, an ornithologist who lived next door, said to Aunt Beth, "Do you mind if I take a look at that bird that makes such an extraordinary sound in your backyard?" When the professor saw Wallywigs, he exclaimed, "How remarkable! I must have it." Help yourself, said Aunt Beth, who had had enough of Wallywigs' funny ways. But Wallywigs didn't want to leave his mom. Finally, Professor Beak shut Wallywigs in his special box for carrying birds to the Institute of Ornithology. Ma! Wallywigs squawked and made a fuss all the way to the professor's van. Ma! Martha was heartbroken. Martha was inconsolable. She lost her baby. I bet your parents would be sad too. 2 weeks later, a letter from the Institute of Ornithology arrived from Martha. Aunt Beth read it in front of everyone. "Well, I never. Did you ever? My darling Ma, I'm having a lovely time. The professor says that I am a Proboscinger adermis." I butchered that name. I'm sorry. It's his scientific name. If you get really bored, you can look. All animals and plants have a scientific name. For instance, human beings are Homo sapiens. Fun scientific fact of the day. So that's a special name for a great black cockatoo. I am almost an endangered species, so I get special treatment. I will be getting married as soon as a suitable bride is found. I love you, Wallywigs. Martha was overjoyed. She turned proudly to the ginger hen and the speckled hens and said, "There you are. I told you my Wallywigs was very special." "Oh, Martha," said the ginger hen, "we would be very honored if you would come up and sleep on our perch." "Yes, yes, do please join us," clucked the speckled hens. But Martha was much too busy planning something wonderful to wear for the wedding. There you go. I hope you enjoyed Wallywigs because he was a very special bird. So please enjoy the rest of your day. It's a little rainy out there. Maybe find some quiet activities to do in the house, puzzles, play with Play-Doh. Clean up the rooms that you've been making a mess in the last few days. That'd be very helpful to your parents. And I hope everybody has a great day. Don't forget, you can swing by the schools today between 11:30 and noon. And that's every day that we are out during the weekdays. So have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.